Good morning everyone. So bago tayo mag-upisa sa ating topic, let us recall yung mga na-discuss ng huling reporter natin, which is the lesson 5 na titled Three Components of Art. So syempre, sabi nga natin, kailangan merong component yung paggawa mo ng artwork. Syempre, hindi lang naman parang sa mate, hindi naman lang kailangan ng formula na apply ka lang ng apply ng formula. Syempre, kailangan mo rin pagplanuhan yung kung paano mo gagawin yung artwork mo para maging maganda at meaningful. So first one ng component of art is subject. By the way, meron tayong three components of art. The subject, the form, and the content. So first is the subject, sabi ko kanina, subject is yung tinatawag nating what, yung start off, 'di ba? Ano ba yung topic mo? 'Di ba? Ano ba yung magiging topic mo na iikot doon yung gawa mo? Yun yung ibig sabihin ng subject. Second one is yung form. Paano mo gagawin? Syempre na naman gumawa ka ng artwork na basta-basta lang, no? May topic ka nga, basta-basta ka lang gagawa ng artwork mo. Syempre, kailangan paano mo magagawin, 'di ba? Paano mo gagawin yung artwork mo? Ano ba yung mga materials? Ano ba yung mga gagamitin mo? Saan ba nakabase yung gawa mo? 'Di ba? Yun yung tinatawag natin paano o yung how. The lastly is the content. Bakit yun yung nilalaman nun? Syempre sa paggawa ng artwork, hindi naman pwedeng tinatawag natin dito meron ka ng how o yung form natin o yung magiging step by step mo, hindi mo aanuhin yung content mo. Syempre, kailangan sa paggawa ng artwork, kailangan yung content mo yung pinaka-basis mo talaga para masabi natin yung artwork mo is naka-base dun sa topic mo. 'Di ba? So, interconnected yan. So now, let us discuss the next topic, the lesson 6, arts in prehistoric and Egyptian era. So, syempre, saan ba yung mga pinagmulan? Bakit nagkaroon ng mga iba't ibang arts? So, syempre, himay-himayin natin mula sa prehistoric hanggang sa Egyptian art. So, yun yung muna yung i-discuss ngayong araw na ito. So, I hope that marami kayong malalaman na ideas sa aming discussion. So, let's start!
So I will the one who presented the introduction, or the Paleolithic arts. So, shall we start? In Paleolithic arts, mostly found in cave. So based sa definition, makikita natin na ang mga arts ng sinaunang panahon nakikita sa kuweba. Ibig sabihin, ito yung way nila para makipag-communicate sa iba. So, hindi lang communication, kasama din yung religious saka mga ceremonial purposes. So, unlike dun sa Sumerian, ang arts nila dun ay tinatawag na cuneiform na sa pottery, pero hindi katulad nung sa Paleolithic arts. So, ang Paleolithic arts ay isang art na mostly found in cave. These are the examples of Paleolithic arts. So, in the first example, Paleolithic group paint this artwork because gusto nila na balaan yung susunod man na pupunta doon sa cave na yon na may ganitong mabangis na hayop. Yung artwork na yon ay hindi lang para mag-paint, kundi nagbibigay ito ng message na this artwork is a warning, a sign that there's a dangerous animal or species. For the second example, Paleolithic group is not just giving a warning or hunting animals, pero itong artwork na 'to ay tumutukoy kung paano sila nabuhay sa loob ng mahabang panahon na tumira sila sa kuweba. Palakad-lakad sila, nakasama ng mga ilang mababangis na hayop, kung paano sila nabuhay at nakapag-paint ng ganong klaseng artwork. So, thank you for listening. I hope you've learned from Google. No, from me. The next reporter will be John Anthony Penete, and he will report the Neolithic arts. So, thank you. Goodbye.
So good day everyone. Today I will share some information about something that once become a treasure in our life. And did you know what it is? It's just a piece of stone. This stone is the most precious treasure during our prehistory. In our prehistory there are two kinds of stages. One what is what we call the new stone age, and one what is what we call the metal age. But now let us focus to the stone age. Did you know that this stone created an era, or what we call the Neolithic period? Today I will going to give you an answer about what is Neolithic, where is Neolithic, when is Neolithic, why is Neolithic happen, and how is Neolithic happen. So today, where is Neolithic? So Neolithic begin in the Middle East behind me. So that's the map of the Middle East, and it happened around 1200 to 3900 BCE, or approximately 10,000 BC. So why this Neolithic happened? So it happens because of natural disaster, just like climate change and others, or seasonal changes. Because of that seasons, people cannot survive. People cannot hunt. So that's why they have to store some foods during that seasons. So that's why they have to hunt and store some foods. They build some farm and try to domesticate some animals. But they cannot do that without the help of stone. So this stone is the most precious thing in that time. So they use it, they sharpen it, and this stone they use it just to hunt the foods. So, but farming, but hunting is not just enough. They domesticate some animals just like pigs, cows, sheep, and other sorts of meats in order for them to survive for their living. So this is just the new stone age, or what we call the Neolithic era. So they store some food, they create a shelter for them until it becomes a territory, and it becomes wider and wider and wider, and so on it becomes a community. So that's how the Neolithic period began. Because of these living kinds of livings, people in this era became creative. They become creative. They created clothes with the help of stone. They created a pottery. Do you know how the people discover pottery in this era? They discover it through raindrops. Because of the rain that penetrates the stone, it becomes a hole. So that's why it becomes just like a pottery. So that's why they created a pottery in this era. And that's why it also they created a wheels. They use it in farming and others. So that's how this Neolithic period begin. But because of that, people being creative, they discover. Because of this community begin, they are now become creative. They build some megalithic rocks. As you can see, it's just like grapes or a relaxing view, like for them. And also they became more smarter than before.
Kung kanina ay nag-discuss tayo about sa prehistoric art, so now let us move to the Egyptian art. So maglakbay naman tayo ngayon sa panahon ng mga Egyptians, di ba? So kanina ay yung mga prehistoric, yung mga sinaunang tao. Okay. So ngayon, let us proceed naman sa ating Egyptian art. So alam naman natin ang Egyptian art, pati ka rin galing sa Egypt, para naman sa ibang lugar. Diba? So, sabi nga nila, ang Egyptian daw ay napakaraming artworks na iba't ibang meaning na nag-describe sa history nila noon. Yung kanilang kasaysayan noon. Doon nag-umpisa daw yung mga paniniwalaan nila. Sabi nga daw, o sabi nga sa history nila, ang kanilang motif o yung tema ng Egyptian era ay journey to the underworld, introducing the deceased to the gods of the underworld by these protective deities. So sinasabi nga nila na ginagawa nila tong artwork kasi naniniwala sila na mapoprotektahan sila laban sa kanilang gods sa underworld, no? Laban dun sa mga kumukuha sila sa underworld. Kung aanin natin sa panahon ngayon, so syempre parang hindi makatotohanan. Pero yun yung paniniwala kasi nila. So sabi nga nila, yung tema o yung themes that used in the era are the aligned with the purpose of Egyptian paintings to make the deceased afterlife place. So sabi nga daw nila na yung tema na ginamit nila sa Egyptian era ay maaaring naka-align doon sa purpose of Egyptian paintings nila na yung namatay ay mapunta sa kabilang buhay, na hindi na sila mananatili doon sa graveyard na yun kasi naniniwala sila sa tinatawag na reincarnation. Kapag namatay yung kanilang loved ones ay mabubuhay kapag hiniling nila sa kanilang Diyos-Diyosa. So let us watch yung Gods of Egypt. Makikita niyo doon yung talagang ang paniniwala nila doon sa mga pharaohs nila. Kasi naniniwala daw sila na yung mga pharaohs nila is yung mga Diyos. Kapag namatay daw yung mga pharaohs nila, pupunta sa line ng mga holy, yung tinawag nila mga banal daw, yung mga nagiging Diyos, nagiging gods nila. So inaalahayan nila yon ng iba't ibang ng prutas, ng mga makakaya nilang ihandog. So yun yung ginawang pamumuhay nila. At may di-describe yun doon sa artworks nila. Kung titignan nyo yung mga artworks nila sa mga museums nila at sa mga iba't ibang places na i-discuss ng mga reporters natin. Sabi nga, meron tayong iba't ibang era nung Egyptian history o ng Egyptian history natin. So meron po dynastic art era na 6,000 to 3,000 BC. So, syempre, bago mag-umpisa, merong pinagbulan din sila. Early Dynastic period, 3,100 to 2,685 BC. Old Kingdom period to 2686 to 2181 BC. Next one is the Middle Kingdom period, 2055 to 1650 BC. Second Intermediate period, 1650 to 1550 BC. New Kingdom period is 1550 to 1069 BC. Third Intermediate period, 1069 to 664 or 66-4 BC, late period 66-4 to 33-2 BC, Ptolemaic period 35 or 305 to 30 BC. Lastly, this the Roman period ng 13 BC to 619 AD.
So, good morning, sir. Good morning, classmate. Today, I will discuss the 4 periods of Egyptian art. The first one is the pre-dynastic Egypt art, which is around 6000 to 3000 BC era. During this era, artworks are found on the stone, and usually images of animals, human beings, and supernatural figures inscribed on rock walls. The art on this era is based on their daily living. The next one is the early dynastic period, which is around 3100 to 2685 BC. The most common art of this era is the Narmer palette. It was created as a celebration to the unity of the Upper and Lower Egypt under King Narmer. Unlike art in pre-dynastic, Egyptians mastered the art of working in stone to create 3D life-sized statues. Next is the Old Kingdom from around 2686 to 2181 BC. This is the time known as Kingdom period, where Age of Pyramids and Ages of Builders arises. Tomb paintings are also known in this era. Most commonly known art of this period is the Great Sphinx of Giza and Pyramid of Djoser. But then, when the first intermediate come, the quality of the artwork resulted from a lack of strong government and corresponding absence of the state-mandated art. Art during first intermediate mostly made of wood to sold it cheaply. The first intermediate period ended when Mentuhotep II of Thebes defeated the kings of Heracleopolis. And this is the rise of the Middle Kingdom. Most of the art during this period depicts common people.
Yan. Now let us proceed from the second intermediate period from 1650 to 1550 BC. So known as the Hyksos or Hyksos. A dynasty of ruler originating from the Levant do not appear to have produced any court art. So that time na yan, ngayon ay hindi lumabas sa kahit anong court art ng Egyptian. Sabi daw nila. So, sinasabi daw kasi nila na tinatawag na yung lord nila na si King or tinatawag nating Emperor Kian. No? So, ito yung ito yung ruler na nag-ahari nung panahon ng second intermediate period. Example is the unofficial wearing or the unofficial hindi yung unofficial wearing the mushroom-headed hairstyle, also known as the contemporary paintings of the Western Asiatic foreigners such as in the tomb of Khumug, Hotep II, and Beni Hassan, or excavated in Aravis, the Hyksos capital, Statici, Samyung, for Egypt's Psych Kunst. So, hirap pronounce. Diba? Medyo mahirap talaga i-pronounce yung mga pangalan nila. Pero, kung titignan mo yung artwork nila, diba? Yung artwork na yan is pinapakita yung hairstyle mismo ng mga Egyptian, diba? So, kung tatawagin natin siyang, tawag natin dito, bagsak yung buhok na parang pantay yung pagkakagupit sa kanila. Diba? Ganun yung, yung haircut ng mga Egyptian noon, diba? Kung titignan natin parang napaka-weird, pero yun yung signature nila eh. Yan ay naging signature ng Egyptian era noon. Next one is the lion inscribed with the name of Hyksos ruler Kian, founded in Baghdad. So suggesting relations to the Babylon. The pronomen of Kian and epithet appear in the British Museum. So nakaano siya sa British Museum ngayon. So itong lion artwork is naka-inscribe daw to sa pangalan ng ruler nila si Kian na nakita sa Baghdad. Next one is the New Kingdom period from 5050 to 1069 BC. Ito yung tinatawag nilang Egyptian era. It is the period between 16th and 11th century BC. So, pumapasok na dito yung 18th to 20th dynasty ng Egyptians. So, ito yung pinamark na most prosperous time. Next one is the third intermediate period around 1069 to 664 BC. So, ito yung period. The period was the one of the decline and political instability, coinciding with the late Bronze Age and collapse of civilization in the Near East and Eastern Europe. The Ptolemaic period. So, si Ptolemaic period ay from 305 BC to 30 BC. Then, pansin nyo, diba, yung mga year nila is paatras. Yeah. Discoveries by the 19th century surrounding with the new submerge of Egyptian city, one and the last era ng Egyptian period is the Roman period. Ayan. Mga Romano, akala nyo lang ba sa Israel lang na mayani ang mga Romans? Na mayani din sila sa state of Egypt. So, the time of 30 BC and 619 AD, you know, that the Fayum mummy portraits are probably the most famous example of Egyptian art. Now, I hope marami kayong natutunan sa aming lesson, sa ating lesson today, and I hope na naipay-discover namin yung history ng Egypt, diba? So, sana na marami kayong natutunan sa ating paglalakbay. Yan. So, muli maraming salamat and may God bless us all.